Hey, a really fun, effective, and inexpensive way that you can improve your game during the off season or indoors is get yourself some wiffle balls. Not foam balls, not birdie balls. Wiffle balls. And this is why. Wiffle balls accentuate the spin on the shot. So you get to first learn what you're doing right or wrong, but then you could start to create and develop shots by learning how your swing and your position of your body and your face angle and the ball position influence the spin and the trajectory on the shot. So watch me here. You know, wiffle balls are no more like a real golf ball than a matchbox car is like an automobile. So take it all with a grain of salt. But the accentuation of spin and the opportunity to work on some basic fundamentals in a small space is what you're looking to take advantage of. And most importantly, have fun with it. It's really cool to be able to see this kind of magnified result that happens on a wiffle ball when you're hitting shots. You see, I grew up in an era where there was way too much carpet indoors, and I would take advantage of that. I would hit shots all the time around my parents' house, sometimes with real balls, sometimes with wiffle balls. And it was in that where I was training myself to understand how to influence the spin and the trajectory on the shot. So watch me here. I'm going to set up as if I was going to hit a driver. I got a 56-degree wedge. I'm going to play the ball in the center of my stance, and I'm going to set up as if I was going to hit driver. I'm going to have an inside-out, shallow swing path. That's going to impart a slight right to left spin on the ball. Because the club face is going to be square and in the center of my stance, the ball is going to fly lower, and I'm going to get more of a bump and run type shot. So watch me here, deep close in the setup, anchor my weight, and then you just become a silent witness. Interesting, that ball wants to move a little left. You see what's going on there. Now, watch this. I'm going to keep that same orientation of my body, and I'm going to shuffle myself around. Relative to my body, I'm still in the same posture. Relative to the ball and the target, I'm open relative to the line of play. I'm also going to move the ball to the front of my stance, and I'm going to open the face. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with my arms, but because the ball position and the face angle have been manipulated, I'm going to get a different result in the shot. First, I'm going to show you that if I were set in this position and I had the ball in the center of my stance and I had the club face square and I make the same swing, I'm going to hit the ball at this couch over here. But if I move the ball in the front of the stance and I open the face and I do the same thing with my arms, watch what happens to the ball. Higher, softer shot. Now, I'm doing the same thing. I've manipulated the ball position and the club face angle to impart a different spin on the ball. I've rearranged the orientation of my body relative to the line of play. This allows me to do the same thing and get a different result. Remember, if I square the face, look where the ball's going. Lower trajectory, more driven shot. Open the face, look where the ball's going. Same swing. I'm still swinging at that couch. Higher, softer shot. See how it lands and it bites? Watch again. Closed, center stance. Open, front of stance. I'm doing the same thing. Now, if you can have some fun with this, not only can you work on just your basic fundamentals, but then you could start to be more dynamic. Change the position of your body relative to the line of play. Change your ball position. Change your face angle. Learn from it. That's what I did. I would just try to create all these different shots, and if I liked them, I thought, oh, that might be cool. If I ever need to hit a shot that's like that on the course, I'll do something similar. And sure enough, it all translated. So I'll show you how to hit wiffle balls outdoors too, where you can work on full swings. But indoors, or if you have a small space, or even if you are outdoors, you can hit some wiffle balls and start to learn how the position of your body, the position of the face, and your ball position help you to manipulate the spin on the shot. Now, if you can see what I'm doing here, this is a very easy way to manipulate the trajectory of your shot so that in order to hit a softer shot Instead of feeling like you have to make a Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods type flop shot that requires great skill, great practice, and is often unnecessary in the general population because of this. Those guys are hitting shots like that because they're playing the fastest greens and the deepest rough. If they were playing just in simple circumstances, they're not likely going to make such high difficulty swings. So for you guys in the general population, just by reorienting the position of your body, the club face angle, and your ball position, you could take a bump and run, small little stroke, and turn it into a little lob shot. You see how the ball spins? The cup took that away from me on the first one. Watch the spin. It bites, it grabs, and you learn from it. I'm hitting the same shot, making the same swing I would if it was a bump and run. The learn from it's the most important part. Get inventive, get creative. Watch, I'll open the face, but I'll play it in the back of my stance. It's going to be a lower trajectory, cut spin type shot. Higher than the bump and run, lower than the lob shot. I'll play the ball in the front of my stance in the closed position. It's going to be more of like a pitch. Higher than the bump and run, lower than the lob shot. Learn from it. Have some fun. And even set a target down. That's really there just for point of reference, but it's fun if you can knock it in.